In the fourth segment of our analysis of the human condition, let's take a closer look at the significance of being Theodore. Theodore consists of two parts. The latter part derives from the Greek dores, meaning gift, as in to receive our gifts with humility and gratitude, and to be a worthy vessel conscious to share our gifts with others is life's greatest gift. The first part of Theodore comes from the Latin theos, meaning God. The Alpha and the Omega, also known as the Logos, which set in motion the immutable laws of evolution and devolution at the heart of all phenomena. The AUM of Life, expressing, receiving, and sharing infinite gifts of Metamind, which we call God. To seek the AUM of Life is to seek to be consciously bringing gifts of Metamind into the world for one and all beings via the AUM of Life. Self-evident experiential knowledge of the Analogous Ultimate Methodology. Reduction of ego in the rational mind, and expansion of consciousness in Metamind. If we liken the cosmos to a vast ocean between ports of call, then the Metamind is the cargo ship bringing goods from far off shores. But just like any megaship, a massive seagoing vessel requires a small but powerful tugboat to bring it into port. That tugboat is the physical vessel of rational mind. The container ship is the metaphysical vessel of Metamind. Working together as a true human being, they deliver to the physical world what it is most in need of, what Einstein called gifts, including the gifts of imagination, inspiration, intuition, insight, peace, love, and joy. Einstein called these sacred gifts, and the rational mind which assists in their delivery and distribution, a faithful servant. By extension, then, the physical vessel is likewise a faithful servant, with a sacred duty to deliver sacred gifts of the metaphysical vessel into the world via the faculties available to it, including rational mind. And, through the experience of life through those faculties, the physical vessel is responsible for the reciprocal duty of generating new, self-evident experiential knowledge. To be a true human being contributing to the collective wisdom of the metaphysical world. The only experience of any value to our metaphysical vessel is conscious experience. And conscious experience requires we maintain a conscious connection. In the wheelhouse of our physical vessel is our sacred duty to being, so that in the wheelhouse of our metaphysical vessel we can receive and ship the sacred gifts of being. The essence of that conscious connection is to know ourself as a triune human being, a being whose rational mind follows Metamind, who sets the direction and provides the driving force which is our job to put into action where the rubber meets the road, via the connection we have to our being, our true self. The linkage in any chain binds us as one, like a pair of wedding bands. To bind is the meaning of the Latin religare and the Sanskrit yug, which are the root words of religion and yoga respectively. And what happens if we break our bond with ourself? We lose our conscious connection. We become unconscious of our true self. In this case, religion is no longer a matter of direct conscious experience of Metamind. Now it becomes a matter of belief in the rational mind. Yoga, likewise, becomes an entirely mental and physical exercise. Sacred symbolism devolves into false idolatry. Allegory devolves into literal interpretation. Mythology, modern or ancient, devolves into mere entertainment. Objective axioms of universal truth devolve into dogmatic adherence to subjective beliefs. We suffer the false self juggling its own direction, drive, and action. We behave like bumper boats in a water park, identified and attached to theories, opinions, beliefs, dogmas, and subjectivity of rational ego mind, instead of being true tugboats, performing our sacred duty to seek and share the gifts of universal truths, self-evident experiential knowledge, and objectivity of the metamind of being. Which do you think is more valuable and more needed in the world of today? It's no accident that one of the world's most famous tugboats was named Theodore. To facilitate the delivery of gifts of metamind and seek direct conscious experiential knowledge of divinity. To know our true self as a triune human being in microcosm, and to see our world in that light in macrocosm. In doing so, we can truly seek the light of the world.